Welcome to Windsong Intuition. This is your focus of the week for the third week of July 2019, and this is for water signs. This is a general reading, so take what's relevant for you and just leave the rest. Those messages may be for somebody else. And keep in mind that I'm also an intuitive reader, so I don't always go by the traditional meanings of the cards. And this reading is actually going to be timeless, so if you're seeing this at a later date, but you were drawn to it, then it's relevant for you. And if you're new to Focus of the Week, what I'll do is I'll draw 5 cards for the 5 different aspects of your life. And if I see something that I think needs your attention, then I'll pull that aside and we'll draw some clarifying cards. So this is Focus of the Week for water signs. What do water signs need to focus on? Okay. This middle card here is yourself. And then we have finances. And then we have the home. We have education. And we have relationships. Okay. And give me just a moment to take a look at these. I'm going to take a closer look at this one. Well, right away, I'm not seeing that there's any one thing that's really going to be drawing your attention, because I don't see water signs that there's really anything that's going to come up next week that's especially troublesome for you. Now, I am going to pull the finance card. Now, when I say finances, that can be work or just bills, because the Fool card to me, I'm hearing the word foolhardy, so you may be may end up getting yourself into trouble a little bit with finances. So let's clarify this Fool card. What do the water signs need to know next week about finances? Let's see here. Okay. All right, so I feel like you're doing fine with finances, water signs. I mean, you may not be especially wealthy, but you're not in a sense struggling in the sense next week where you're just worried about what's going on. You may even end up receiving some money. But I do see that you'll be making some decisions, and that may be weighing on your mind when it comes to the finances. It's not that you're necessarily financially in trouble, but you may be sitting there wondering, oh, should I do this or should I do that? And if I make a wrong decision here, is it going to affect me here? And I think that's what's going to be weighing on your mind next week is decisions when it comes to your finances. You're going to be thinking about them. You may be sitting down and working on a budget. It may even, hearing for some of you, it may have to do with work and maybe decisions at work. Maybe you want to change jobs, or you're thinking of changing jobs, or you've had a job offer, or even it's just, should I make this decision at work over that one? Is that going to affect anything? But I really don't feel as though any decision that you make, I mean, obviously you don't want to go out and spend all your money and put yourself in the hole, but I'm not really seeing that it's actually negatively going to affect you. I just feel like next week, what's going to be on your mind a lot is going to be these decisions revolving around your finances. So I'm going to pull a spirit animal oracle card. I got a couple that wanted to fly out here. Now, sometimes I take jumpers, but when I get more than one like that, I usually don't. And these are kind of hard for me to handle. And I'm not a pretty shuffler either. Okay, let's see. Ah, okay. So, pull this up where you can see it. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. So this may have to do with you're having decisions to do with who to give your money to, or how you can best help people out, or should you help people out. And I feel like anything that you do when it's helping people out in some way or another, that's going to come back, and that's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel good. Even if you're worried about whether you've got the money to do it or not, that's still going to make you feel good, and that you've given that to somebody either in need or something that you know that they want, and that you're able to give it to them. And as long as you're doing it in the right frame of mind, I mean, nobody wants somebody to give something to them begrudgingly. Nobody wants them to hand them something who's kind of hemming and hawing and kind of grumbling about it. They want to know that you're happy to do it. And maybe that's something that you're struggling with is you feel like you need to give to somebody and you don't really want to. And if that's the case, either you need to work on that frame of mind, or you need to opt out of giving at that time until you can really give graciously. I feel like maybe there's even more than one person you're wanting to give to, and you're just not sure, if I give to this one will be disappointed. I really can't give to both. And so that's going to be on your mind. It's going to be on your mind next week. And I feel like the best way to tackle that is to, if you can give graciously, then that's the right decision. And if you can't, then you probably need to hold off, because it's not going to make you feel good to give, and it's not going to make them feel good to receive if you're not giving in the right frame of mind. So really focus on that next week, and think about why you're giving. Are you doing it because you feel you have to, or are you doing it because you want to? Is this coming from a place of love, or is it coming from a place of obligation? And some people will take, even if it's given begrudgingly, but that doesn't necessarily make them feel good. And what's the purpose of giving then? Is it just stuff, or are you're helping out with a bill, or are you doing it because you care for this person and they're going to be grateful for it? So I feel like this is a good way to tackle this, which is the decision. This is the conflict of decision, or trying to figure out what you want to do as far as your finances go. And I feel like this is going to help you with that when you really sit back and kind of analyze why you're wanting to give, or why you're feeling the need to give. If this is about work, maybe it's helping somebody out with a project, or maybe it's them giving them an opportunity. They have an idea, and they just need somebody to give them a chance. So really think about the frame of mind you're in while you're giving, and that's going to help you out next week, water signs. I really hope that this was relevant for you. If it is, leave a comment and let me know how your week turned out. I'd really be interested to hear about it. And I hope you guys have a really, really great week. All right, goodbye, water signs.